Okay guys, welcome back to another Day Media video. Today's video is going to be about why I hate everyone's fucking clothing brand and why you should too as well. If you do any of these things, make sure you change that and figure out your life. That's how we're going to start. So here's three things that you are probably doing. I think most brands are doing this shit. So, this is just like my, my call out. Like, if you're doing this bullshit, please stop immediately, right? Okay. So, first thing, random stuff you combine together. Now, usually brand owners, and a lot of brand owners that I work with and deal with, they all do the same exact thing. It's this meme, and it's like, oh my gosh, they're so creative, and it's like being condescending as fuck, because it's like, it may be too creative, or what you're doing, it's like you're creating it from your ass. Like, it does not have any type of fucking substance to it. You just making shit, and like that's for your creative time when you're drawing in your book. I have a book that I draw in. I put stupid shit in. That's for my book though. So usually brand owners, they create from their ass. It's creative, but it's never revised. People who have brands don't revise that shit. Like, you create one thing once, or let's say you create 5 times. Out of that 5 times you create something and make an idea, you go use that first 3 ideas. Fuck no. I think to make the light bulb, it took over 100 times, I believe, or something like that. So why are you using the first couple things that come to your head? Sit down, process it. I do believe in acting fast, but act fast with a foundation underneath you. So if you understand marketing and just being a creative in general, Pharrell has this great video that's going around. It says, creative without business is nothing. You always have to be business minded at the same time that you are creative. So you need to create pieces that are wearable and sellable. Half the time people create so far out that when somebody sees the piece, it's like, cool, but I'm not going to wear that bullshit. You got this whole lore around your brand, but I don't see how this is sellable to anybody. I don't see how this is going to make me want your brand. I don't see how this is going to make somebody, like, make it trendy and make it blow up and everybody wants that one item you have. I don't see it that way, because every item, it has so much lore and story to it. How would a person connect with it? Every single one of your pieces, it does not have to have this huge storyline. Your whole brand does not need a huge storyline. I promise. Just relax with that shit and find a piece in a design that you know works well and that could be almost copied so easily. And it almost looks like you copied it, but it just works well for your brand. All your audience wants to do is conform somewhere, somehow. So if your audience is like, I want to conform to a niche that your brand is in, that means that all you're doing is making them stand out. That's all you're doing. People want to conform while standing out. So people are in a room full of people who wear Nike Techs. They wear your old money brand. They wear your like cool vintage streetwear brand. That's when they want to stand out. But still at the same time, they're conforming to that niche, right? So always think about that. I'm trying to make somebody conform to a niche, but always stand out some way or somehow. Because all of us have power and ego issues at the end of the day, right? We want to wear that because that person doesn't have that, and I want to look better than them in any area that you're in. This is one of my new favorite clothes by Virgil, and it's the Pyrex flannel with the 23. I don't know if you guys know what it is. I'm gonna look it up for you guys really fast. Okay, so this is the Pyrex flannel. It's a Ralph Lauren rugby flannel. Highly possible Pyrex simply bought a bunch of rugby flannels, slapped Pyrex 23 on the back, and resold them for an astonishing markup of about 700%. Think about that shit. The flannel was like the conformity. Like, I could get anybody to wear this. Then he just slapped this shit on it. Pyrex 23. That's the 3% rule in use. That's the building a world in use. All that shit. Just from that fucking flannel you just saw, right? Every brand owner is fucking horrible at this. I don't care. A lot of people comment, well, I don't have the time to do that. Like, that's why you hire people to do that. But as a brand owner, it's your goal to design and sell, right? So why would you not sit there and go on your phone and for 20 or 30 minutes during the week and every day write out some video or content ideas for your social media manager, or if you're your own social media manager, Why are you not constantly taking in content? And I'm not telling you to mindlessly scroll. No, look at these influencers. See what songs they're using. See what caption they have on there. See what hashtags they're using. Go copy those hashtags. See if you could get steal their community from those hashtags. If you're doing that, you will never run out of content ideas. So to me, I know people work a lot during the week, so I would do 20 to 30 minutes during the week every day if you can. And then on the weekends, do 40 minutes of just sitting there looking and scrolling and figure out what works for your brand, what doesn't work for your brand. Always do trial and error. Figure out if that works. That works better. Okay, keep posting that. The Talk with Day Zoom calls I do, I tell people about this all the time because it's so insane. The guy made a company called Cedar Reservations. And what he did was he was on TikTok scrolling. He saw in the comments someone said, I wish I could pay for reservations. I believe that's how it went. Or I wish I could get reservations somehow. But basically what he does, he buys reservations from people so you could get into reservations at really like exclusive restaurants like Carbone. Reservations, I think it's like $300 to $400. Then you have Nobu at the same time. Buy the fucking reservation and go. He got that from a TikTok comment. Amex is currently wanted to shut down his funding for the reservation, the Cedar Reservations. So it's so easy to find shit just from like comments. You can find your next it product from the comments. Research. I feel like that's a big part of being an entrepreneur, brand owner, whatever you call yourself in general. Make sure that you start doing this. Start researching for your brand. Start finding influencers that work for you. Start looking at their comments. Start looking how they talk. Start listening to how they talk. Start copying how they take pictures. I should say. How they take pictures. Just get really good at this. If you could get good at this, you would never spend a day not knowing what to post. Because you're so good at understanding, oh yeah, my customer probably wants to see that. Oh, they probably want to see that. I don't know who became the too many product police, but I am today. A lot of these brands, they have their it product. They have the product that works, but they consistently drop. Why? It's one of the most dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. If you have a product that works, you're going to sell the fuck out of that product until people get bored and then make the next it product. People usually don't buy things from a collection that's by a random person because it doesn't have that one it product. Every brand needs to have that one thing that fucking works for them. So I put the off-white belt. This belt had me including in a fucking chokehold. I wanted this belt so bad for no reason at all, right? We have the Chrome Hearts pants. Obviously, Chrome Hearts is also known for a lot of other shit, but I'm just saying the general public, I'm pretty sure knows that Chrome Hearts, the pants, are like some of the hardest things that they have. Gallery department, the paint splatter, the minimalistic logo, that department, that dot, that shit took over everything just from the paint in the fucking minimalistic logo. If you can take the time, what product of yours that people work with the best, you could transform how people see your fucking brand. Because they see, oh, this product works. After you find that product, you're going to rinse the fuck out of that shit. So, action steps. You know I don't like posting videos without action-based steps. Be creative and wise. Make cool shit, but don't do too much on it, right? Don't make it look so much like an art gallery. Make it look like clothes that I could wear and that are wearable and they're connected to me. Use your socials for good. Do not use socials to sit, like, link, share, do all that blah 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 bullshit. Use socials as a research tool. Have a notebook down. Write out blank 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 said this today. Write out blank 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 did this today. It product search. Like I said earlier, whatever product sells the most, look at it. Figure out how to revamp it, and that's your it product. That's definitely your end product. You have to figure out what sells the most. Figure out how to flip that and switch it around. That's your it product. These 3 action-based steps are long-term effects of having a brand. They're not short-term. So don't expect these 3 things to make your brand blow the fuck up. I'm just giving observations of what these people are doing and how I think it's illiterate almost. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.